In this video, I'm going to show you what is an anti-editor browser, why do you need it, and how to use it, and then I'm going to give you some recommendations, okay? So, what is an anti-editor browser? Anti-editor browser essentially stands for the fact that you're able to open multiple browser instances on different proxies, okay? If you don't know what proxy is, watch the last video, I already recorded about it. So the power that anti-editor browser has is that instead of you having to open up different browsers with different proxy settings, you can actually you don't have to really use anti-editor browser if you are really technical and if you are able to set up like different proxies on different browsers on your computer. But it's really difficult, and just anti-editor browsers make your life so much easier. So for anyone that's using multiple uh, social media accounts and doing like mass outreach, you're doing anything like that, and you having to use multiple social media accounts, you have to use, or at least I would like highly recommend to use Antarctic process, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you how to use them. Now, right now, I'm just gonna quickly look into selection. So, the ones that I recommend. So, number one, again, you can download anything you want, but from my personal experience, the best Antarctic browser I've ever used, hands down, ASPower. Okay, I'm gonna show you the various reasons why once you start looking into it, but this is just the best one I found. Now, I used to use Hide My Egg before a lot, and I know a lot of people also use Dolphin Anti. Okay, so you can look through all those, you can look through more of them. Feel free to use whatever you want. And so let me jump in AdSpar and actually start going through it. So coming from the last video where we talked about a proxy, right here, I would right from the start, I would recommend you to start using this because once you get used to it, you're really gonna appreciate that you started doing it. And that is using this proxy step, and this is for proxy management. So once you're gonna have multiple proxies, and for example, whenever your social media account gets suspended, that's when I would recommend you to use actually replace that specific proxy so that while you are connecting next account onto that specific proxy, then there's very high likelihood that account is also going to get banned because one account has already been banned on that specific proxy. So that's why I would recommend you to use this proxy management app. The way you add your proxies there is just simple. You just add a proxy like this. You call it under specific tag, and you just paste in the proxy right here. And then it's just gonna give you this proxy ID. So when you're creating an account, instead of having to add your custom proxy all the time, you can just add in and type in the proxy you may want to use here from the saved proxies you already have. So that makes your life so much easier, okay? We go back to profiles. How it looks like is something like this. So coming from last video, we already added proxy on this specific browser. The way you add a profile is right here. Let's add a new profile. So let's just quickly go through it. Browser right here. What all AdSpar want you to do is if you have this on auto on default, it's gonna choose like random browsers all the time. And the problem with that is you're gonna have to download these browsers. So then you're not going to be able to launch the specific profile unless you download the browser, which is also good. The way you download it is like this. Then you go into this update center and you just wait for it to install. But I just like to select one of those and just like to use it. So for example, Chrome 138. The OS also doesn't really matter. The right here, you select group, the proxy you want to use. In this case, we're gonna select. You can select from safe proxies, the platform you may want to use, and this is what I would then recommend you. So if you watch the video where I'm buying the accounts, this is where you already can just insert your username, password, and the 2FA secret key. That's the most important part into this. And so what it's going to do then is it's basically going to generate the new verification code for you each time you're on the browser automatically, so you don't have to go to 2FA.live, and it's just going to make your life super easy. So you just create an account like this. You can leave the rest on default, and then you can just launch it up, and this is how it's gonna look like, right? So then you will have in this little extension that you will have downloaded, you're gonna have the 2FA secret key. right here already, so you're just gonna be able to copy it and use for your login. Okay, so next up, I wanted to show you how to actually import accounts in bulk. Okay, so this is also what Aspar is so good at. They allow you this mass import function. So right here you can check from the template how it looks like. So let's open it up. What you just need to insert is the name, how you want to call it. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can call it. I usually call it the same as the username. Then right here, I would just, so for example, the tab on which you want the browser to be opened on default, the platform. So for example, x.com, right here, just import the username, password, and the FA key. This is the 2FA key. This is really, really helpful for those of you that have loads of accounts. That's why I'm telling you to do, to always purchase accounts with 2FA, or record a video about that if you want to watch it, what accounts to buy. Right here, proxy type. So on default, if you're using some standard proxy provider, you're probably gonna type here HTTP. Actually, right here there's selection. So for many of you, it's going to be HTTPS. If you're using private proxy, just select SOCKS 5. Okay, that's just specific thing about private proxy. And then right here, instead of proxy that you would insert, right, like the IP, this is always the format you're inserting, like IP, port, then it's going to be username and password. Okay. Instead, you're just gonna right here select the proxy ID, so which you have in this proxy tab. You already imported a proxy in, and you're just gonna select the proxy ID. What's so good about it is that then when your account, for example, gets suspended and you wanna replace the proxy, instead of you having to find the proxy here in the profiles tab and having to look through all this and checking what's the where are all the accounts that are using the same proxy, you're just gonna go to the proxy tab and just change the proxy there. All the accounts are still going to be using the same proxy ID, but it's just going to change to a different proxy. So that's where it is really, really useful. Now, what you can also do right here is called RPA, where you are able to create your automations. So for those of you that know how to do that, like these are like no code automations you can create here. You can also add your piece of your own code here. For those of you who have no idea what to do, you can just go to your marketplace, see if you have any automations for your specific platform you're looking to do. And yeah, if you want to get some Twitter automations here on AdSpower, just reach out to me over on Telegram, and I'll share you all the ones that I use. And yeah, that's about that. So then extensions, you can download extensions, just upload them to your AdSpower. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but that's pretty much it. It's again like all this stuff is really really simple once someone just explains it to you. That's what I'm trying to do here, and hopefully you right now better understand how this all works. So if you have multiple social media accounts you're doing outreach with, just use proxies and Datatic browser, okay? And that's about it. Like you don't need much in that. Then you just need sending software, feeding Twitter, for example, Xreacher. But that's it. I mean, you can then have your like employees access this if you have someone that's doing replying to the messages on here and all this stuff. Like it's extremely helpful. Okay, so that's about it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.